What is going on, folk? It's NimbleThor here, and thanks for tuning back into my mobile gaming quest where I document playing a brand new mobile game every single day. And so after last week where I had a rant about Blade and Wings, which was just a horrible MMORPG by the way, I figured that today we would have a look at an actual great one. So today, guys, we are going to play the open world 3D MMORPG World of Prandis. And I forgot to start the quests over here before, so we'll just have to walk back here and take them. Let's get the last one. There we go. So now we have all of the quests available from this skeleton old bone paladin statue over there. So we have a minimap in the top right corner which tells us where to go, and this is sort of the most of the map you can see right now. I can swipe around, but really we just have to explore this vast open world here, and so far I'm really liking it. It's actually the most exciting and truly open world MMORPG I've played in a very long time, if not ever on mobile. I'm really liking this game that much. So this is gonna be a great video, guys. Buckle up, jump into it, and be sure to stick around till the end of the video, where I, of course, have an awesome mobile gaming fact for you guys, as always. And actually, when I was playing this game just yesterday, I had the most awesome experience ever, because I literally got lost in this world where I had a hard time finding back to the NPC I had to deliver the quest to. I had just gone exploring and I hadn't really looked at where I went, and suddenly I just found myself completely lost. That experience is something I've never had on mobile before, because most mobile games very carefully guide us along the path we have to go, and there'll be auto systems, there'll be all these types of systems in the typical MMORPG games that kinda make sure that we don't do anything we're not supposed to do. We do not have that here in this game, and that's part of what I really enjoy about this game. It really just has everything overall, from the gameplay itself and from the dungeons, as you would expect, but also to stuff like an actual player auction house and one-to-one player trading, which is of course something that every true MMORPG does need, because a big part of playing these games is trading items between players. And I'm really glad to see that we have that here as well, of course. There are 6 playable classes, 3 different races, and I'm playing as an archer/rogue here with both a bow and a dagger. And although I sadly did have some issues finding enough players for the dungeons at these lower levels, the combat itself is just awesome. Nothing really beats going in as an archer. Let me just show you guys over on the monster over here. Going in as an archer with the first couple of hits, then switching over to our dagger to maybe stun the enemy, deal a few more attacks, then switch back again to our bow to, do a triple shot attack, and we're gonna try to pull that off. Everything I just told you guys, we're gonna try to pull that off right now. Back to the bow, do the triple shot, do a freeze, and a few normal attacks. Maybe we can actually switch back again to the dagger. There we go, to take down this elite monster. I'm loving this gameplay here. And if you guys like this type of gameplay, I've, of course, as I always do, left the download links for this game down in the description box down below. Let's try putting down a trap instead. Let's see what happens. So we have this trap here. We put down, and it's gonna damage both of those two guys over there. But it stunned them, but they did survive it though. I kind of expected one of them to die immediately. Let's just use a potion here as we take out... we took out the small guys, now we just have the paladin left. Let's switch back to bow here. Do a freeze attack, which is awesome because it can, as the name kind of implies, freeze the enemy completely. Part of what I didn't like about this game, by the way, is that it's kind of poorly translated. And let me show you guys that through an example. So if you go have a look at some of the skills, because skills, are typically the type of thing you would like to understand in a game, so you know what you want to upgrade and when you want to upgrade it and which skills you want to use at what time, right? So let's try to get out of combat here, just for a sec. We can actually use our little mount here. Got an awesome one. Look at this. So cute. A little fox. So we can run over here and let's have a look at some of the skills if we go in here. Let's have a look at some of the descriptions. All right, so which one are we going to look at? This one, for example. Blow a sharp arrow to the target of 2 feet, continuously inflicting physical damage of 54% of attack twice to acquire 1 bubble, 1 second cooldown. It just... The grammar is completely off on these translations here, but luckily after a very short time you do still get what these skills do, and I mean you can just go out and test them out in a real life scenario. So I got it rather quickly, but it does kind of suck that it didn't have better translations overall. I would have liked to see that, especially on these skills here. It's kind of horrible. As for the monetization of the game, by the way, we have this premium currency that we can buy for real life money. If we go over here, as you guys can see, going all the way up to $200 down to $5. So those are the in-app purchases, and you can then spend those on buying ruby, on buying gold, or buying different types of scrolls. And you can also buy these equipment boxes here, which will give us some gear that we can, equip on our character, obviously. Does that make the game pay to win? It might make it a little pay to win, but it depends on the end game of this game, which I haven't gotten to so far. But from what I've heard from other players who has gotten to that point, it is actually not the worst type of MMORPG end game, which means that the monetization is rather alright. But guys, you should go find some experts who've played this game for a very, very long time to answer that question for you instead. For now though, let's just equip this new ring we had there, and let's open some more of these here, because these are gear boxes that will give us something new, and hopefully we can get something better than what we had on us already. So let's open all of these and let's have a look at what we're getting. Look at all these stats, by the way. Look at all these stats on our characters. If we can just go back here. We have attack, we have critical penetration, hit, haste, critical damage, increased damage, resistance, gold, experience, speed, crash, armor, elasticity, resilience, dodge, block. You know, there's so many different stats. So if you're the type of player who likes min-maxing, you know, really going in there and optimizing these small parts of your equipment, then I really think you're gonna enjoy this game, honestly. Let's equip all this new stuff that we got. Luckily, we have a very convenient arrow pointing up on the gear that's better than what we currently have equipped. So it looks like now we're fully equipped with all the best gear, which should of course make it so that we survive these monsters a bit more easily. We were nearly dying before, if you guys remember that. So alright guys, what do I think about this game? Well, there's a lot more we could go into. I just want to briefly show you guys, such as the social element, where we have friends and we have a guild system and even a couple system as well. But we also have, if we go over here, a system where we can craft all types of awesome stuff. We can do blacksmithing, we can do cooking, we can do alchemy, trade, fishing, mining, and herbalism. All of that good stuff is something I have yet to get into, but I'm really looking forward to it. We also have a bunch of different achievements, both for PvP, common ones for quest, for dungeon, and, you know, even some named ones, whatever that was. Not really sure about that. But I'm just glad to see that there's so many things we can get into in this game. Let's speed up here on our mount real quick and do an awesome high leap to see if we can actually go back over here to our quest NPC and complete some of these quests here. I do believe it was over here, right? Yes, there it is. So let's go over here and complete these quests and then end off the video, as I promised you guys, with a mobile gaming fact of the day. So let's finish this one here. Done. And let's finish this one here, and we can actually finish this as well, it seems. So we nearly finished all of them. Now we can start them again though, if we want to stay in this area and grind. But typically in this game, I just want to keep moving forward constantly because there's so much stuff to do, and I'm really liking the combat experience. So I just constantly want to find more difficult enemies, you know, bigger bosses, more difficult elite monsters, and just new monsters overall. And there are a lot of them. I actually read somewhere that there are 4,000 monsters in each of these worlds. That's quite impressive. But now, guys, for the mobile gaming fact of the day, which is that Zynga takes over control of the Star Wars Commander game that was released back in 2014. Not that important of a news, but Zynga is also, through its own studio called Natural Motion, developing a new multiplayer Star Wars game. But if I were you guys, I wouldn't get my hopes up too much, because I mean, it's Zynga after all, so you will probably have paywalls where you have to either invite 5 friends on Facebook or pay a gazillion dollars to continue. So it's gonna be a no thank you from my end. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.